Today I'm starting a 21-day challenge of letting go of strife. This video is going to just be about self-improvement. I have other videos, or one or two other videos that just relates to self-improvement. I want to continue on that series because I'm counting down the months to my 30th birthday. But also it's a pivotal time right now. I don't know if a lot of you guys feel the shift in your mental state, your spiritual state. It's a shift going on. It might seem like to you a bad thing, but it's actually good because it's preparing you for something better and greater. I saw a video today on Facebook, Minister or Reverend Jamelia Young. She's very powerful. I'm so glad that I've stumbled across her videos. She was talking about strife. Let me tell y'all why this blessed me, and it blessed me. I get excited when I see things because, like I said, I always say I look within. That's really key. You know, I am not perfect. I'm not perfect at all, but what I'm trying to do is help someone that might be going through the same thing I'm going through, or someone that is trying to elevate themselves, or someone that just doesn't understand, you know, what's going on with them, and they might think they're abnormal and no one's there to tell them, because sometimes we don't have people there to tell us. In this video, she was saying that she was inspired by Reverend Joel Osteen, and he was talking about how strife, he got into it with his wife, and he had he took it out on his son, and they were bicycling outside, and he got hit by another cyclist, and thank God he was okay. But if he wouldn't have allowed his anger, aka strife, to creep in, it would never happen. So she encouraged all of us to look up the word strife. I looked it up. I did not write it down on my notes. I just shared it on my Facebook. But since it would help and bless you, I encourage you to just get on your phone or take out a Webster, any dictionary, and say, what is the definition of strife? You will get, it's basically anger, bitterness, any kind of conflict, you know, basically pretty much. Now I'm picking back. I'm not going to repeat everything she said on her video because I want to make this my own. I saw it was a connection and strife and letting go, and I want to kind of tie this to the law of attraction. Sometimes when let's say someone offended you, like this, what Christians like in the church call spirit of offense. I know sometimes I hold on to things, not all the time, but sometimes it might stir you up. You may never tell a person, it just might hurt you. But if you let it stir in your spirit too long, it's going to block you from blessings. You're going to not be able to connect with that person. You may not be able to connect with other people because you might think in your mind that, oh, this person is like this because they hang with this person. It's just like a domino effect. Also, my favorite scripture I've been saying for years, blessed are the peacemakers, for they shall be called the children of God. If you have strife, a lot of strife in you, and let me go back. I would say personally for me, have I always had strife? This is what I had strife at. Complaining. And I'm not going to say, oh, I went around just complaining about everything. But I think I will overly do it sometimes. Like if somebody did something, I'm trying to break it down to them. I'll be like, why are you doing this? You should do it like this. And if you do this, this makes me feel this way. And it sometimes would be kind of just overly doing it. Or it was times where I didn't understand what was going on in my life. And I'd be like, man, thinking to myself, why is this happening? You know, I want to go to a whole bunch of people and talk about it and all that, but within myself was enough. Within myself, and my pet peeves were people that were really rude to me. So that's where my strife really came in. Because sometimes I'd be like, okay, do I respond the way this person is responding and like tell them about themselves, or do I be the peacemaker? Now, coming from a major metropolitan area, yes, I lived in the suburbs and I also lived in the city. So I've had both experiences. But when I moved from the suburbs to the city, and when I got older, let's talk about people of color, the black, quote unquote, black brown community. If you did not respond and go off on people the way they went off on you, you would be noted as a punk, quote unquote, you're scary, all that stuff. Y'all, hold on, let me try to turn on my light. So, 1 second. Okay, sorry about that. I like to do things comfortably in my bedroom. Okay, anyway, so you would be labeled as a punk. So pretty much I had accepted the programming and conditioning of where I lived. And I said, okay, people keep saying I'm not saying anything, I'm not hitting people back. And that was the thing since I was a kid. My birth mom jokes about that. But I adopted this idea that, okay, I had to always negatively or respond. And if I didn't, it was a safety mechanism. If I didn't, then I'm going to get devoured pretty much. Now this was when I was younger, and it's still in Chicago. Okay, let's be clear. Still, I would say probably any major metropolitan area, but this is the thinking in our great city of Chicago. So I adopted that, and of course I would say it took a while because I wasn't raised that way and it just wasn't me. But I adopted that, and let me tell you, I was like a ticking time bomb. First, I wouldn't respond to you, but then it came a thing where when I went off, I went off, and I had to curse. I said some things like they say your tongue. I said some things that was slice and dice. People, you would think I was on Mortal Kombat if you did the right, wrong thing. I mean, like I said, it took a lot. I let things build up, and that's another video. So when we're able to let go of certain things, like let's say I let go at a young age and say, you know what, I don't need to respond to people. I wouldn't have had no strife, because guess what? Before adopting that philosophy, I have no strife. I know what curse words was. I didn't know a lot of things. So ignorance, the lack of knowledge, not knowing, helped me in so many situations because I didn't feel the need to respond. I didn't feel like I didn't take on that energy of, oh, if I don't respond to you, something is wrong with me, I'm scary, and y'all get what I'm saying? It's gonna bless somebody, because y'all, it's so many of us that go through this. So some of y'all may not be able to relate, God bless you, but a lot of us go through this. And let me tell you, it don't just go away. It happens in adulthood sometimes. Like I ain't saying you're gonna respond the same way, but you might be like, wait, this person trying to punk me, trying to pull my, what they call your quote unquote H card, your whole card, whatever. Okay, let's be real. We all believers and Christians and Muslims and all, but let's be real. I'm about being real and transparent. So if that is offensive, you might not want to watch my videos. So, y'all, I would say I recently let go of strife by, sometimes let go of strife is letting go of people that brings up negative emotions.